Peace, fam. Hi, I'm Uju. I'm here in the lab with this beautiful queen, Tracy. Yes. And we are having a beautiful conversation about just the distractions in society and how those distractions are keeping us from reaching our fullest potential and really living out our dreams. And where those distractions come, like why those distractions are in place and how we can overcome it.
And how they affect us differently. Everybody may get distracted in different areas and even different ways. My distractions may not be yours. So just to talk about it and, let loose, let go of it, and it may help someone. You never know. So
Actual facts.
yes. So what we were touching up on was social media.
Woo! Girl, so
How much time is too much time on social media? Depending on what you're doing, too. What are you doing when you're on there?
Mm-hmm.
Are you using it for work? Are you trying to find out new things? Are you figuring it out? Or are you scrolling like me?
Scrolling
and trolling? Because I did, when I made my page, I started it for stuff I was going through with like drinking and stuff like that. That page looks totally different now. I'm following different people. Food is on there.
How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing?
Yes, you know it. I love seeing you.
Have a good one.
Yes, ma'am.
So what was I saying? Social media and how long
like
we
your page
stay.
is starting to look different now.
It's different. It's a lot different.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, and I've been having these conversations a few times lately, like just realizing a relationship that I have with social media and the relationship that a lot of people have with social media and just distractions in general. And it's interesting because I feel like there's recreational use, like for anything, there's use for enjoyment, and then there's like use as sort of like a coping mechanism or like a dissociative tool or like a dopamine release or just something. There's something, it goes a little bit deeper than enjoyment. And I feel like a lot of the distractions in society are present in that way for us. And I'll speak for myself. Like I realized, so I'm intentionally changing my relationship with social media because I realized I've gotten into a mode of using it as a dissociative tool. Because like if there's circumstances like my present environment, I mean the past couple months there's been a lot going on, and a lot of what's going on I really cannot change. Like it's just
Can't
stuff
control it.
Yeah, I can't control it. It's just stuff that you gotta deal with it, and just navigate through it. And I found that I've been using social media because it sort of was like an escape for me, I want to say.
Yeah.
It kind of let the pressure off. It just let the pressure, so my consciousness, like I'm here, I'm physically here, but my consciousness, my awareness is somewhere else. And Tracy and I was just talking about that earlier and how, what was we talking about with emotional resilience? What did we say? Man, I wish I would have put my phone
We
on
did.
back.
We say we dropped so many jewels.
So
you
good.
guys missed it.
Shucksy Bucks. What was he talking about? All right, so pretty much, it's okay. So okay, yes. All right, so like lately, we've been talking about the art of allowing, and how important it is to just allow things to happen and to just stand with the circumstance and not try to change it, not try to,
run from it
and really just be with it.
Yep. And that takes a lot. A lot.
sometimes that can be the hardest thing
lot.
that you do. Like sometimes to stand with your truth, and not just stand with your truth, but to stand with a difficult circumstance and to still stay grounded in who you are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? To not lose sight of who you are.
Everybody
to still show up and
wants
express
to get
as
away.
your truth.
Yes.
Right. And so, but to be under that pressure, sometimes it's difficult.
Because we all go
uncomfortable.
through things. You have to pull through. We have to, let it happen, because it's going to allow us to go to that next stage in life.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. Like, that's what it is. The capacity that we gain by being able to hold that uncomfortable situation while still holding the truth of who we are, it expands us. It expands us as a being. But the interesting thing is the distraction. So social media is one of them. And I'm naming social media because it is the most accessible distraction. But there's a lot of them. Like weed, partying, alcohol, sex.
You drink it, you want to get away from your life for that temporary time.
Yeah.
When guess what? You could have did something to fix the situation you were in.
Come
because
on
you
now.
just made it worse.
You just because
now you have to fix what you were going through.
Now you're gonna have to cycle right back around.
That's it. It didn't
now
help.
we're gonna have to cycle back around. Netflix, all this other shit. Like, it's all just things that help us to escape our current reality.
We're not saying don't do it. Some people know how to have that little bit of social media time and go ahead about life or watch Netflix.
But just be mindful of why you're doing it. If you find that you're more present in this virtual reality than you are in your physical reality, then we need to put some things in perspective. We need to put some things in perspective. And so that's what, like I've been realizing within myself. We had this conversation today. I've shared this conversation with other people as well. And so that's why we're making this video, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate.
Yep.
But just be mindful of how we're indulging and why we're indulging.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And to be mindful of what I can call a dopamine addiction. You know what I'm saying? And trying to dissociate from a current reality that we might feel powerless in, or we might feel like, for example, like a lot of, first of all, as spiritual beings, as humans, okay, because I can go into a deeper conversation on what it means to be human. It doesn't just mean to have a body and to have arms and a legs. There's so much more. Come on now. There's so much more to being human, okay? So we are living in a suppressed state.
Yes.
The conditions of society are
not to mention temporary.
Come on now.
Not to mention temporary. This is not going to last forever.
Is not going to last.
No matter what you're going through.
Yes, it's unnatural to our beings. Like, we are natural beings. We are nature. We're supposed to be out. I was looking at the trees the other day and how green the leaves were.
Yes.
How happy they looked. I was looking at the birds. My neighbor has bird feeders, so I was just watching the birds, just joyful, just gleeful, free and living about. We're meant to be like that too.
Yes.
But somehow we're living in a social construct that suppresses that. And so then there's these distractions that keep us, that we use to dissociate, so that we can stay in this place, we can stay controlled in this controlled environment and shut up.
We're not
and
getting
just go
grounded.
with the program.
Nope.
Right. But if we use that time and that energy to really tap in, because at the end of the day, this program is about consciousness. If we elevate our consciousness, we can opt out of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But we can't elevate our consciousness, and we can't access the ideas and the inspirations and the resources that we need to really tap in and elevate if we're distracted.
If we're always distracted.
If we're always distracted. And we have to understand that there's a bigger game at it. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Because if all of us was walking around woke, there would be no minds to manipulate. All of the matrix as we know it would collapse. There's a reason for that. So I'm just offering these ideas and just inspiring people to really think about these things and just be intentional, to sit with, if you're experiencing, like, if you're looking at your life and there's things about it that just don't feel right, that you don't like, and it's your day to day, we have the power to change it, yo. Like, if we just show up and we show up to our new reality day by day, there's little actions we can take, and there's thoughts that we can have, there's ideas, there's feelings that we can entertain that can get us closer to that reality. But it's hard to access that space if we're on if we're
so distracted.
if we're dissociating with without distractions. So yes, I wanted to leave that with y'all.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Thanks, Spirit, for the words to articulate this message. And have a beautiful day.
Have a beautiful day.
Peace.